Hi guys, we're taking another one of your frequently asked questions. This one is about how Kylie and I are working on our business at the moment. Neither of us are working at all, so that means we get to put all of our time into MyMoneyZen. And people around us have been saying, years a long time not to have an income. How are you doing this? And and to not know when you're going to have an income, like, isn't that risky? All of this sort of stuff. So it's a very reasonable question, and we thought this was a really good question to answer. So there's a few answers to the question as well. Like, one is that we are right now choosing to keep our costs really low. So for example, in my situation, I'm living with my parents, or I'm living with my partner's parents, and that is a great way to keep your costs low. But there's another part of it as well, and that's that we do have a bit of freedom of time at the moment, and that has come from using MyMoneyZen. And what that means is, this is something that Kylie has developed herself, and she developed it for herself, not for anybody else. But then naturally people around her just started seeing the results and going, can you set this up for me? So
including Lauren.
Yeah, this is what happened to me. When I started my first real job, I guess, as a teacher, I was making a good income. I didn't have many costs. I was living remotely. There's not much to spend your money on out there. But I had this...
And accommodations included
too.
So not much at all.
I didn't have many costs. However, I still had that feeling of, gosh, there are a lot of expenses. I don't really know where my money's going. So very quickly after starting to work, I asked Kylie to set up MyMoneyZen for me. At this stage, it wasn't called MyMoneyZen by you,
that's
but
true.
it was, just setting up a system to organise my money. And yes, she helped me set it up. And so I've had it set up for just over 4 years. And what it's meant is that I've known this whole time exactly how much my life costs, which has meant I can harness the remainder, what's left of my income, and utilise it. So what I chose to do was to save quite a lot of money, and I knew exactly how much I could save, and I've been putting it away in order to give me options at a later time, whether that was to buy a house or whatever I desired, I guess. And I just wanted to have some money behind me. And what it's meant is that after finishing up working remotely, I decided I need to take a year off. I was burnt out, and I wanted to have a change. First of all, I wanted to have a rest, and then second of all, I wanted to have a change in my career. And because of what I chose to do with my money and how well it was organised, I could do that. And I could see, okay, living back in Adelaide now, I know how much my life is going to cost, and can I make that work? And I was able to see that I could.
Yeah, I think the other thing is that we don't necessarily tell people what to do. Well, we don't at all tell people what to do with their money. It's not about saving more or whatever. It's more about being clear and in control of your money and achieving what it is that you want to achieve with your money. And that's what we've found that really has given us is, allows us to do what matters most to us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So in summing up, how can I afford to take a year off? I'd say it's because I've been able to save money. I know how much my life costs. I'm choosing to keep my costs low, and I'm also choosing to spend money on what's important to me right now. So yeah, thanks for the question. Keep them coming. Comment below with your questions. See you guys.